Hello, this is Swati from sprEnglush. So in today's video, we will be discussing the questions frequently asked by the parents and the learners. So these questions that we are going to take up in today's video are relating to our Fluent You curriculum and the course in general. Now the Fluent You curriculum is a communication course that we have for the school goers. So before beginning with the curriculum, the ones who still do not know about sprEnglush, we are a live, interactive communication and public speaking training platform for all age groups, running from adults to the kids. So coming to our curriculum. When it comes to something as dynamic as communication and public speaking, it cannot be theoretical in nature. It has to be totally application based. So in our curriculum, which is a roadmap towards the pinnacle of communication, that is public speaking, which is a roadmap of the journey our learners undertake, the journey of communication from being hesitant at sharing their ideas to becoming fluent and confident, sitting anywhere, anytime, ready to be interacting, to be speaking their minds out loud, to be sharing their thoughts, to be open to receiving information, to be welcoming for new ideas, to be embracing change, to be equipped enough to bringing about the change. So yes, coming to our curriculum, which is the main topic that we have for today's video. Our curriculum is divided into various sessions. So the ideal or the commonly taken up duration that we have for our curriculum is that of 6 months. Now, 6 months, when it comes to something as application based and activity driven like the sprEnglush communication course, it cannot be short termed. We do have people claiming of teaching communication and fluent language in a few days, in a few months. But here we have an outcome-based curriculum. So when it comes to our sessions, we have like one theme for 5 sessions. Giving you an example, for the first session to the 5th session, we have the theme of self-introduction. So by the end of the 5th session, the child should have been able to introduce himself or herself sitting in any setting, in front of any kind of people, okay, coming from any sort of background and focusing on his strengths proudly and his weaknesses molded in a way that they too appear as a strength. So that is what we are aiming at. Now the challenge that they have at the end of the 5th session ensures that the parents are aware of what the outcome of the child's learning is, and the teacher gets to know how well the child is grasping the things being taught. And it's even a benefit for the learner because rather than knowing about the learning curve at the end of the course, it's a simultaneous assessment, self-assessment and assessment from the teacher as well as the parent that the child receives. Moreover, we believe that self-analysis is something that's important too. So coming to the second thing, though we have a direction to our efforts, which are through the curriculum, now all the themes that we have for our sessions are meticulously designed, keeping in view and aiming at bringing out the public speaker from within your child. Now, like I just mentioned, self-introduction. To name a few more themes that we have for our sessions are active listening, body language and mime, expressions, improv, storytelling, critical thinking and logical reasoning, report analysis. All of this basically aiming at the different nuances of public speaking, be it the body language, the expressions, the intonations, or the structuring of thoughts, or the analyzing. When it comes to debating, we need to analyze from what angle the opponent has put the statement or put the point. So analysis of the viewpoint of not just our own statements, but even of the other person. Okay, so point number 2, personalized. We at sprEnglush believe that all children are unique. They have their own minds, they have their own learning paths created. So we are flexible enough to be molding our curriculum according to the learner's aptitude and the learner's requirement. So for that, we have a small batch size of a maximum 1:4 teacher-student ratio, which we do not cross. And if the child's foundation needs to be worked upon in the beginning, so to begin with, it even starts at 1:1. Now, quoting an example, we have a little sprEnglusher from Maharashtra. So while we were interacting with the kid, so the teacher concerned noticed that the child has that problem in sir and sure pronunciation. So what the teacher did, she devised a few tongue twisters for the kid that were focusing on these 2 sounds itself. And 2 sessions were targeted at improving the pronunciation of the kid. And to our surprise, it actually brought about a great difference. And one thing, when we say that we are putting in such personalized efforts in the learner, it cannot be just through the teacher. So we believe that the parents and the teachers work as a team towards improving the child's language and the child's confidence or public speaking ability. So basically, it's the overall environment, be it in the class, at school, or at home, that play a role together. So it's all the factors, all external factors playing a role together, playing a role in unison towards growth of the child and towards upgradation of the child's skills. So our communication program is totally activity driven, as I've already stated. So what do activities do? Activities ensure that the learners go beyond the dry technicalities and formalities of the language. It's the application of language in its purest form. The children learn to not just communicate in the best possible way, but it even broadens their mental horizons. So when referring to the activities, what sorts of activities do we have here? Out of the many activities that we have, to name a few, I've laid down a few for you: debating, group discussions, elocutions, book talks, movie reviews, poetry recitation, story narration, crack a joke, raise an issue, negotiate, jams, make persuasive cold calls. So not preparing them for the school. We are not preparing them for the conventional teaching and learning process. We are preparing them for the future, for the time to come, for the digital world that awaits them. Coming to the next point of the hands-on courses that we have. The future belongs to the digital age. And when we talk about the digital age, it's staying in front of the camera. Through the camera, through the internet, reaching out to the public, reaching out to millions out there. So that confidence, that self-belief of putting out there raw for people to view, for people to get inspired by, for people to comment upon you, or for them to learn from you, requires courage. That's an ability, a skill in itself. So yes, our hands-on courses are like for the ones who like writing, we have blogging. The ones who wish to be there in front of the camera, capturing everything that they come across in their life, we have vlogging. For the ones who want to be either radio jockeys or the ones who feel they want to do something, play with their voice, who want to do something through their voice, we have podcasting for them. The ones who feel, who have their wit running wild, who have a wit, a wisdom to bring about that change, we have comic book creation. So all these hands-on courses are the choices that the children have or the parents have to choose for their kids, depending upon their personal interests. So when it comes to the hands-on courses that we have, our teachers or our team members ensure that the experts are sitting there with the children in the virtual setup though, and providing them all kinds of assistance. So this is telling you in brief about the sprEnglush Fluent You curriculum. To know more, you can visit our website www.sprenglush.com, our Facebook page facebook.com/sprEnglush, or our Instagram handle instagram.com/sprEnglush. Or if you want to contact our experts, you can call on the number given here below. So this is Swati signing off. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.